Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the weekly outlook. I'm glad to see all of you in here. Don't forget to help share the link. You will be able to save somebody from getting into trouble. Because one of my traders had managed to get in contact with one of the guys who were really looking for me. He almost got himself in trouble buying one of those courses that would have taught him nothing. So he was really, really happy he found me, and finally he's not taking that course anymore. All right, let's go. So here is it. Let's start with the dollar index and we'll go. If you keep your questions to the end, it would be good. Dollar index is in a correction. It's a 4-hour correction, right? So right now, two things you can look for. There's a big trade if this break. If this break, we have a big sell coming. If they bounce, you have a buy coming. So you have to wait for those setups. You don't get into any trade right now because they're not confirming anything. If they break here, you would have to wait for them to make a flag correction before you go. If you bounce here, you'll have to make a flag before you go. You can see they got a flag there, they got a flag there. Well, this was more of a pullback, right? When they break, you will wait for a corrective structure before you sell. It's not ready for it. One out of two ways. We don't know. Euro is the same thing. Euro is in this 4-hour correction, and that is a corrective structure as of now. You're making a correction here. You made a correction there. There's a possibility for one more up. The question is it going to go now, or do we get one more down and then we go? Right? So this week, we are going to get a big trade on the euro. The question is which direction? If you ask me, I think we may get the one to the first down here and then up. So you may want to look for this sell setup here first. If they do break out, you don't have a trade until they pull back and then start to go. You can get this trade. This trade might be the fastest one, and then we can watch them turn and bounce to the upside. If you take the sell and they break through the trend line, good for you. So you look for either way, you're going to get a trade this week. Either a buy, wait for the setup if they break the trend line, or I think if the sell comes is a better one because the sell may happen faster. And this is the trade to the downside, right? So last week, what was it? It was a sell. It was a sell. This week, I still think we get one more sell, and then we start to look for the upside. Pound was amazing. Right? Remember what we said? It keeps looking downside. This pullback was downside. This was downside, and we're not even. I'm in this trade, and I'm still in the trade. It's correcting, but I'm still in the trade from here. Some of our traders are in from there, right? I'm long term in this trade. This, what we are seeing here, could be a deeper correction. There's a possibility that it could be a deeper correction, right? There's a lot of background noise. If you're hearing background noise, give me yes. I'll probably reset the microphone. Okay, give me 1 second. Is it better now for those who are getting the background noise? Okay, great. So let's go. So watch this pound. The pound also is telling us that, they can, if the pound breaks out to the upside here, it's going to be just a correction, a deeper correction up and then down. It wouldn't change direction because pound will go down more. If they break to the downside from here, you will be looking for a sell setup. So to the upside, you may want to wait. They can probably make a flag here. I could see them pulling back a number of times here and then go. You'll get a trade setup. If they reverse, most likely it's going to be upside. If they reverse, they're going to drop. You will start to get a trade from here. Breakout, right? This right now looks like more of a channel in the making, right? This, you will have to let this break out completely or let it make a deeper correction and then go. If you want to get risky and you understand how you trade, the possibility is yes, you can get more upside. More upside is possible. Right now, there's no confirmation of that. So any upside would be short term because any upside would be correction, which means they're going to go up, they're going to come down pretty fast. On the euro, the upside would be an impulse. So that's a different trade. You rather trade the euro to the upside than the pound. To the downside, you rather trade the pound. The pound would be faster. Aussie is in a consolidation right now. I think Aussie is going to make bigger down move. If you look at the daily structure, let me just give you the daily structure. We made one down move here. Some of you could have made nice money there. I think we're making a correction here for one more down, and there's a possibility we're going to get to this trend, right? A deeper correction. If they go sideways, it's a buy, right? If they go sideways, it will be a bigger move to the upside in any case. Right now, I don't think this is for this week. For this week, I think you're looking for this trade here. Come back here, go back up there, and then come down. So there will be a small trade here, a very small sell, maybe today, tomorrow. They're going to make a correction here, break to the upside. That's likely another trade for you, and then you can look for the downside. So if you're not aware of how these structures are going to be, and you're seeing a lot of consolidation, just stay out of it. Wait for the bigger trade to the downside, which means you will wait for all of this to happen because it's going to be a little mess. It's not going to go as smooth as you think. Wait for it to go back and then look for the sell setup. If they make that structure, right? There are times when that structure might change because what I'm giving you is a classical flat three-wave structure. It could be a triangle, it could be a contracting flat, it could be a number of other structures that will develop. Well, I wouldn't be there to tell you that it's changing, but we would be looking at the changes in our group, right? Basically. So I think you can look for a short-term sell, which is very possible with this. And the break of this should give you a short-term sell. Let me put it in a 1 hour so you can see that. They made more like a 1, 2, 3. You see that? So if they break here, you'll get another sell, a nice short-term sell here. That'd be a good trade. Take the profit because they're going to go back up after that. Right? New Zealand going sideways. We broke the daily trend line. So long-term picture is downside. This is a consolidation. That's a pullback against the trend, right? So same here. You probably would get a little more down move here, get one more up, and then you're going to come down. We're going to make a three-wave consolidation here. I'm at the 4 hours, so there's a lot of trades within that movement that you're looking at. And the 1 hour, if they break the top right now, you can buy. That will be short term. If they break this top, they'll not go very far. They'll come back and they'll go like this. And then you'll get the downside. So you probably wait for the downside. Let them break the top and then wait for the downside. Because even if they come down here, if they drop first without breaking the top, they'll just do something like this, go back and then come. They're going to complete the smaller correction and then go complete the bigger correction. Yen, like I was showing everybody, you're looking for a buy setup in the yen. This is probably going to drop a little more. I don't expect them to break the low, but even if they break the low, that does not change very much. You're looking for the break of this to the upside. Even if they break the low, they're still going to make one to the upside. So you want them to break out, buy to this level, and then you would want to take profit because they will very likely go down after that. Oops, why did I move that? Put that back where it was. Yes. Let's go. CAD. CAD, remember somebody was saying it's breaking. Like I said, this is short term. You want to be careful. You see all the divergence here. There's a good chance they may go a little more. I don't think this would become a big trade. I could see CAD coming back up after this, right? So at some point, CAD is making a bigger three-wave correction. This might not go immediately. They could probably come here and stay in this for a while and then do that and then go down. Right. So CAD is the best thing to do now is to stay out of CAD. Because CAD is actually making a correction, and most of you who don't have the ability to trade those corrections. Unless you're very skilled in wave analysis and you understand what's the limit to how far it can go before it turns and go the opposite direction. Well, yes, if you have that skill, you can do it. If you don't, you want to be careful because you can fall trap in a trade that doesn't go very far, go against you, take you out, and then come back and go in the same direction because they're in consolidation. Swiss, remember last time, I don't know how many of you got that, but last week you said they're going to come back down here, 1, 2, 3 before they go back up. Anybody got that sell? Nobody? Oh, a few people did get it. Well, what you're going to look for now is a buy. So where is the buy going? They're going back to the top, right? This buy will go back to the top here. So we look for a buy setup somewhere in here to the upside. Let's see if we have a buy setup. Right now, no. Right now, it looks like it's going down very fast. Don't take that for granted. They could probably come and retest the low. I could see them retesting the low, but the next move after that is going up. So you don't have a buy setup. If you want to take short-term sells, it's up to you and your skill level. I would not do that. I would wait for the buy setup. Let them drop beyond the low, turn back, and then you look for a buy setup, because the bigger trade with good risk to reward will be to the upside. Right? This is just in consolidation. I've showed you this last week, and they're doing exactly how we expect them to do. Right? Remember, if you're following me all the time, they will tag the low and then they'll turn to the upside. They're making consolidations, and then they're going to get here. When they get here, there's a chance they're going to make one more down or they'll break out. There's a very high probability of the one more down. So first, we want it up. Wait for a buy setup. Don't sell it here. Well, if you're very short term and you scalp, you can go with that sell. I would say be careful. Euro Oz made a move down, and right now we don't have anything in it, because it's not giving us enough information to make a decision whether they're going to break this low and then go back up. They will go back up in the long term, or whether this is the one starting to go back up in the long term, because in the daily, we're in a consolidation. See, that's a daily consolidation there. So two ways this can behave right now, depending on which pattern they're actually making. They can come break this low and then go back up, or they can go back up from here, which means if it goes back up from there, you look for a buy setup. You don't have a buy setup, take this off. Actually, it looks more like a sell right now, but the sell would be very short term. See this? This looks like a sell. If you're going to take this sell, it would be good if this go break the top and then drop. Right? If they break the top and then drop, you'll get a sell setup from there. Right? If not, you take that sell, put that to break even pretty fast, because you might end up with it still going up back. Right? They can break this low very easy, go back up there, and then come down. So if you're not able to handle risk well, be careful of the sells. You look for the buy setup. The buy setup in this one has an advantage. Euro New Zealand. You have a sell setup here. Remember last week we said this is going to break one more here, and then if you take that trade, take profit, because they're going to drop. They probably will come up here, and then we would start to take the breakout of this trade. It will give you a big trade to the downside, so you're looking for the breakout, right? Is that thing going to go up more? Most likely, but I don't think they'll go from there. I think we'll at least get one more down here, and then maybe even lower before they go. I would not be surprised if they tag this low. I'm not expecting them to, but I wouldn't be surprised if they tag this low before they go back up. This would give you a 1, 2, 3 wave structure. So on the short term for this week, you probably look for a sell setup. We don't have a buy setup as it is right now. If this is all the correction, I don't think it is, but if that is all the correction in some kind of a contracting, expanding flat in there, we don't have a buy setup here as yet. So you probably wait for the sell setup. Euro Yen. I think all of you knew this pattern was going to break. I made it very, very clear, although it keeps pushing up. And one person came on my, I think it was on my YouTube video, and said, I don't know what you're talking about. According to my elite wavecom, this thing is going up. I was like, okay, good luck, buy it. Because these patterns always break to the downside. So good luck to him. Keep buying. You're lucky if you get a break even out of that. This is a good trade. This is a good trade, and if they repeat that here, look for a good trade. Not upside as yet. Upside will confirm. Let me show you the structure. We're looking for two things. One more possible upside exists, right? I showed everybody that pattern. One more possible upside exists, but this is the last chance for them to go, break this top, make one more up, and then come down. So the upside will only come when they break this top. Don't try to buy it before that. Because if you buy it before that, you may be buying a consolidation for the downside, right? So one more upside still possible. It's still there, but it's not. It's looking less likely now, because this wave looks like it's going to develop. So if you're looking for short term, yes, you may get a buy setup here. You can see this possibly look like a flag, so you probably get a buy setup. You can take that trade, put that into profit, maybe even take the profit out of it when it comes to the top here, because from here they will have to either break, consolidate, and then go, or drop. So if you're in the buy at the top there, you may want to exit, take profit, and then look for one out of those two trades that could come, right? If you have a strategy how to trade those. So some more upside possible. EuroCAD, same here. I think this is going to go up a little more. Once they break this top, we're going to look for one more down. So I'm not interested in the buy, but I'm interested in the sell in the EuroCAD, right? EuroChief, you got a small trade and EuroChief can go. By the way, all of you remember I sold the EuroChief here last week. It actually went down, came back all the way to the top, took me out for break even, and I sold it back immediately. Close the trade right to the bottom here. Once they hit that bottom, close it. So this has a possibility of coming back here. I'm not in the buy on this one because I'm in some other trades. So there is a possibility for this to come back to this level here. Maybe not all the way there, but then at that point, we will watch for one more down. If it continues to go, this would be a contracting flat. If they continue to go and you're in the buy, you don't have to worry. You'll just move your stops. Don't take out the trade, move your stops, because the possibility is they can go. But most likely, I think we'll be making what this way, 1, 2, 3 before they go. So this downside is still very likely. Right? Once you get to this stop, just start moving your trade into profit if you're going to take the trade in the first place. What are the chances they come down here? Well, I don't see very likely. If they go up very slow, even it's up, but I don't see them coming down right now. In any case, they come down, you put a stop, you get out. You can get out for break even if they make one more spike up and then start coming down. Europang, still keep a look on it. It's crawling up slowly, and the more it crawls up, the more divergence you're getting, the more the chart is showing you that one more downside. This has one more up. That is our forecast in our room today. One more up, and then we're going to start to look for that downside. In rare cases, they could break this structure to the upside, but if you look at the entire structure, you've made a move up, made a big correction, made a move up. We're looking for a correction at least to this area here. Even if they're going to continue to go, most likely we're expecting it to break, right? There's no structural change in it that tells me that it's not going to break. So one more up today, you can probably get this trade. It's a very risky trade if you take it. Well, why risky? They can do that. Just break the top and come back. They can just break this top and come right back down. So you will get a sell on the break of this structure. Only when they break that structure, you go for a sell. Right? So one more short trade up, not a big trade. And after that, you'll have to be very, very careful. Pong Oz, you can definitely look for a short-term sell setup. Pong Oz, I would say be careful of the sell because I think Pong Oz could come back at least to this level. Right? They may try it. Even if they break this, they're not going very far. They'll stop very short of this here and start going back up. You can see that the structure is not going anywhere right now, right? When they do that, like in this one, you see they broke that one, they just drop here and they went right back up. So they break this, they'll probably do this and go right back up. We're looking for a correction like this. And then we will see whether they come one more down or whether they break out. So a buy setup is very likely here. You don't have a buy setup as yet, right? You don't have one there. But I think they can consolidate here. You may want to be careful. If they consolidate here, they're going to make a trade to the upside. So watch this for consolidation. Don't jump into a sell because the sell is very risky. Watch for consolidation in that area and then look for a buy setup. Even if they drop it, it will be very, very short term. It's not going to go very far, right? They may make one more short impulse. Or the bigger impulse actually were these that we were selling, right? I wasn't in the Pong Oz. I was in the Pong Yen, Pong Swiss, Pong CAD, and I closed all of them. So Pong New Zealand, same thing. Was a sell back to this level, and now you can look for upside. We completed a three-wave structure. I think I showed you guys this one. Look at that 1, 2, 3. We thought this would come back, tag the low as a 1, 2, 3 in here, and then you're gonna make this structure. 1, sorry, let me use a different color. 1, 2, 3. So we'll get 1, 2, 3. Look for that trade. There's a strong probability that that trade could happen. Not necessarily, but could happen. Depends on if they develop with that structure. So watch this here. It's coming down. It looks like they're making some kind of a consolidation in this zone here. They look like they're coming down. If they break this, they'll probably come to this level. Not a very good sell. I would not go with that sell. I'll probably be looking for this to actually probably break somewhere here and start going back up. You look for buys above here. So don't worry about a sell. Wait for them to go up there, prove the upside. And then you have a very big trade to the upside. Right? You have a very good risk to reward trade. Be careful of this sell. This was a good sell and this was a good sell. This is not a good sell. Although it looks like a sell, it's not a good sell. Peng Yen, we got this very nicely, and I hope some of you got this too, right? Most of my traders got it. I got it late. I actually got it from somewhere here only, and I took it off, right? Most of my traders got this trade from here, right? So what we're looking for is a deeper correction, right? Remember, they broke the trend line. So if they make a deeper correction here, we can look for sells, right? If they break this very sharp and make a pullback, then we would look for buys. There is nothing you should do in here this week. Let it finish what it's doing this week, and then next week we look at the structure. It's in a big daily sideways move. Pang Swiss, this one is amazing because I sold this one, I think, from the top here. Remember, I sold it from here, and this one actually took me back out for break even. I sold it here, and I took profit here. So that was a short profit. This one is a huge profit, and I have closed all my trades only today here. I took a second trade here. So I got one trade down to this level, and I got a second trade down to that level, and I closed them today, right? So what am I waiting for? I want to see what this is going to do now. I'm looking to re-enter this trade if we get consolidation. I'm watching this because I think what they're doing here is they're either going to make a deeper one like that, or they're actually going to break out for a much bigger correction, right? Is the noise back? If the noise is back, I'll take a pause and reset the microphone. Okay, so let me take a pause. Hold a second there. weeks. So we work with them very closely to get them profitable. And then we move on. We allow the other traders. Every month I will do it for a month, and then every quarterly I'll do it. So if somebody is not successful for the quarterly, I would work with them to get them successful. That's what we're going to do every time. The whole idea of the group is to get everybody successful. That's the whole purpose. That is how we do it. So when you join our group, you're not only joining to take the course. That's the least of it that you get. The classes and the recording of the classes, the least you ever get when you come in the group. The training, the continuous training and the continuous one-on-one and working with you to make sure you're successful is what you get. Right? We are here to train you to become good traders, nothing else. Full stop. Period. We will work with you as long as you're willing to work. Most traders don't even need me to do one-on-one with them. They're very successful by themselves. After having been in the group and work with the other traders in the group, they're very good. Punkad just broke. Wait for the setup to sell. If you jump in right now, you might regret it. Right? Let's go. What other questions you guys have? Sir, where can you follow me on my chart? I am not posting any charts right now. You can only get the weekly update, but we will be posting chart very soon. We're looking for a new charting package, and one is being created right now. It is being created by somebody who is in this group right now. He has a lot of tech people, specialists working on that. So when you get that, I want all of you to be with that chart, and I want all of you to help promote it. Right? I think he's going to be nice. He'll give you guys a couple months free. So what else? What other questions? Platinum. Let's look at platinum for somebody's. Platinum was a good sell. Let's see. We have platinum and we have, where are they? Okay, let's see. This one is which one? Yeah, platinum. It's going up right now. You probably don't want to do anything. Wait. See, it's going up here. Wait until they get to the top here. Wait until they get to the top here. And then we will see if they fall, because this looks like a 1, 2, 3 structure for downside. Right, so keep your eyes on this and don't try to buy or sell as yet. Let's look at, this is palladium. Palladium going up to, it was an up, it's going up. This could go up more, but I don't think you want to buy it. It's too expensive. And it's not a fast mover. It doesn't move very fast. You see, they make a lot of pullback too. So you probably want to stay out of this. Cat Chief is not giving you a good setup. So probably wait, you're probably going to have a sell setup in it. You can see that. You have to wait for them to come and break here before you get the sell. If they make a flag here, you get one more buy and it's short term. So there's nothing there right now. I don't think you're going to get anything this week. Let's go back. Let's look at some of them. Pung. Remember I said watch the Pung, very likely downside as well. Watch it. If the Pung comes back and break here, Pung is going to do two things right now. It will come and break this. You take this sell. If they consolidate here without breaking, you get a buy setup. All right, let me put the two different color, very easy for you guys. Erase, and I'll use the green color for the buy. Green. Oh, sorry. That should be, oh my. Green color. The green color, if they consolidate here without breaking, you will get a buy. If they break through, you will get a sell. So wait for that. Euro, very likely I think the downside is going to happen. Watch it. Actually, if they reverse this thing here, they're definitely going to give you a trade to this level. US yen, upside. I think I gave everybody that as a bonus. Don't sell it. Remember the bonus says don't sell it. Wait for the buy. Let it break here. Let them break here and you'll get this trade. Right? What else are you looking? Robbie is a tech person thinking of creating a charting package. It's not one person. You have to have a huge team to do that. The person creating it has a team of people working for him, not one. You may need about 20 to 30 people to be with you to do that. It's a huge work. It's not small. Okay, wheat. Somebody want wheat. I'll go do wheat and then we'll call it a day. I think I have wheat here, or I had it. Is this the one? Is this wheat? I think so. Let me see. Nope. No, that's Walmart. By the way, Walmart was a good sell. Right? If some of my traders were looking at it, it's a good sell. Let's look at wheat. I had wheat somewhere here. I think I may have taken it off. Let me give you sugar then. All right. The sugar sell has come on. Anybody take the sugar sell? Somebody was looking at sugar and I said, watch it for the break there. So you got that, right? That's nice, Robbie. But I'm already promoting a second one, so we can't promote two. Any idea about options? No. Trader one, no idea about options and wave analysis. What's your point? You want to write your name? You want to give me your name? I want to be in your group before 9 for okay, understand. If you want to be in the group and you're not in the group, send me a Skype message. Let me just send the Skype message to everybody. I think you should know my Skype by now if you're coming here, right? MANGL457. Let me type it down and then give me a second. Send me a Skype message and I'll give you. You will get everything there. If I've sent you a message about payment details, don't worry, wait, you'll get it. So, okay, guys, I think we'll call it a day there. Thank you for coming. Please don't forget to help share it. All right. Okay, everybody take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.